Good afternoon, good evening, good night, good morning, wherever you are watching us around the world. Welcome to the Dream Team webinar. My name is Alfred Che, coming to you from the state of Maryland. Today, it's a great show. We have a great leader here that all of us will be listening to him, as I earlier indicate. These are exciting times to be an ONPASSIVE. Together, we work here as a family. As our CEO always indicates, that no one will be left behind. And if you miss out, please catch up, because things are just gonna be expanding so fast. So you need to keep up. Thank you, Sister Marie. Take it away.
Oh, how exciting I am. Every week, every Sunday, I look forward to this gathering. Welcome to the Dream Team webinar. We are so excited this afternoon to hear from one of our great leaders called Michael William. You guys are all welcome. I'm glad you're here and you're prepared to listen to what he has to say, because he has a lot to say. Please pay attention and take great notes. Over to you, Dr. Patience Ajongwen.
Thank you, Sister Marie. Thank you, Brother Alfred, for always making us feel welcome when we come here on Sundays. It is a pleasure when you come to somebody's house and they welcome you and you feel relaxed. Now that we're all relaxed, we're going to start the meeting. But before we start it, we're going to start with our signature tune gifted to us by one of our own sister here that's going to give us the mindset later. This is a Loreto Shadero. But this signature tune is not only the song, it also have the updates of what has happened in ONPASSIVE. And that pictorial update is being put together by our own brother, Dr. Derek Clark. So we call it our we call it our non-verbal updates communication. So just watch it, pay attention to all what has been happening in ONPASSIVE. We are in it to win it. Our train is taking off. Stand clear of the closing door. I see all our speakers are in the house. I'm not going to waste time. I'm just going to pass it over to our team moderator. These are the people that work very tirelessly behind the scene to make sure this platform runs smoothly, to make sure everything we're doing it right or as best as we could. So I'm not going to waste time. I'm going to send it over to Queen Debbie and the moderator team. Take it over, please.
Hello, hello. Greetings to everyone, and thank you so much. Can you hear me? I think I'm frozen. Am I frozen?
No, we can hear you.
Can you hear me?
We
can hear you,
can
Sister
hear you
Debbie.
well.
We can hear you very well.
Hello?
We can hear you, Sister Debbie.
Hello?
She is frozen. I think she's the one that is frozen.
You cannot hear
I'm
us.
frozen?
No, we can hear
No,
you.
we can hear you loud and clear.
Queen Debbie, refresh. Queen Irene, can you take it over? Queen Debbie, refresh, please.
Hello, hello, hello. Good afternoon, good evening, good morning, wherever that you are joining us, whatever your time is. I'm sorry, I'm just rushing into. Okay, so we just want to welcome everyone this afternoon. It is afternoon from Maryland, where I'm joining you all, and it's always a pleasure for us to meet on this Sunday afternoon. I always look forward to this moment. So thank you all for joining. We really appreciate your time because without you, there will be no moderator. And so thank you very much. So we're going to be moving forward. But before we do that, let me appreciate those who spoke before me. Oh my God, our welcoming team, you are awesome. You always make us feel at home when we come here every Sunday. I really appreciate and enjoy it. And so we know that our CEO is going to provide us with the physical, but we need the spiritual. We need the mindset, because without your mind, you can't function. You can't enjoy all that you have. So at this moment, we are going to call for our non-only, but our very own sister, Queen, Sister Lerato, to give us the mindset.
The man say if he gave a good lunch,
Brother Alfred,
if you can mute yourself, sir, so that we can listen to our queen from Germany. Over to you.
Hi, my beautiful sister. Hi, my beautiful sister. How are you? How are you, honey? You're good?
I'm good.
You're always radiant. You're always radiant. It's always nice to see you.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you. So I just want to thank everybody too. Like Sister Debbie said, everybody here is such a wonderful time to be here. Oh, and a wonderful opportunity to be here because, to be among greatness, it's just, it's amazing. It's just fueling me to just be more appreciative, because it's not all the time that you find people that you flow together with. So when you find people that you're on the same wavelength with, and you speak the same language of success, of love, of peace, of everything good, it's always nice. And when you leave that place, you leave, recharged and fueled, and to face the week, to face everything, right? So it's a privilege to be here. I don't take it for granted, and I also don't take it for granted the fact that I'm alive. It's by God's grace that we're here, and I always acknowledge every morning when I wake up. I say thank you for another opportunity. I acknowledge that it's an opportunity to love better, because for me, personally, I think that the biggest reason why we're here is to love well, to live well and love well, right? And we're here to learn. We have lessons to learn. We have to grow, and we have to expand our consciousness and just live well, not survive, but live well, right? So I'm glad to be here and to be given an opportunity to impart something from my spirit to yours. all these things that I always share is just inspiration. I'm not claiming to be an expert, but it's just inspiration for me just to share my heart with you. So we've been talking about the spirit of peace for the last couple of weeks, and we said peace goes together with prosperity, right? To be in the same wavelength of prosperity, you have to cultivate everything that goes together with that, which is light. Light is love. Light is wellness. Light is everything that is good, and that supports the highest good of everything, right, in this universe, right? And I said last week also, love is one of the greatest forces that brings everything together, then that brought everything into existence. And I'm talking about divine love. You know, we all know that there are different kinds of love, and right now I'm talking specifically about the divine love, right? And that the part of that divine love, peace, is the main, also the main part of that, right? So, and for us to exist in this beautiful vibration of love, of excellence, of prosperity, we have to cultivate fruits that go together, and with what we want, that flows together. Everything that agrees with good, everything that agrees with prosperity and wellness, we have to agree with it, and we have to cultivate it, right? We have to cultivate the qualities or everything that goes with it. And we were still on peace last week, and I said that in order for us to cultivate peace, we cannot be dwelling on negativity and expect to be peaceful, right? Or to be existing in the realm of peace when we are just surrounding ourselves with negativity. And I spoke about different access gates of your spirit that we have to watch. And I said, for me specifically, I watch what I watch on TV, right? I'm very, very particular about my eye gates. And I said that my ear gates are also very important. I don't listen to negativity, and my ears are made to hear something good. My ears are made to hear something good. Every morning, I bless my ears. I'm like, my ears are here for positive news, nothing else, right? I'm not gonna, I mean, negativity can be happening around you, but I'm not gonna sit there and dwell in it and agree with it. I'm not doing that. I will see it. I will see for what it is. I won't be in denial, but I'm not going to sit there and just now be buddies with negativity. Nope. It's not my portion. I'm not doing that, right? And I said, I'm very diligent about what I want to hear and what I listen to, right? And I spoke about our mind. I said last week that we have to be diligent about what we dwell on, right? Even if things are happening around our lives and the emotions that are happening, whatever, but we have to really control our mind and filter what we choose to bask on or what we choose to sit with in our minds. Even if we're going through hard times, acknowledge your feelings, sit with them, but not too long. Don't make them just build like a castle. Negativity, build castle, and you're imagining all doom and gloom. No. Things will happen in life, acknowledge them, let them pass, but don't hold on to negativity too long. Don't hold on to anything that is not in the same vibration of peace and calmness or goodness or anything that supports the highest good or life. Just look at it, acknowledge it. It's there. It's part of life. We have different polarities in life. Sit with it, look at it, acknowledge it, and say, thank you, you're here. I saw you. Bye. You don't sit there too long. We move along, right? And we spoke also about your will. What do you will for your life? What do you will? I will do this. I will. You have to have a very strong will to stick to what you decide. I said everything is a decision, right? In order for us to flow with the wavelength and the frequency of prosperity and wellness and wealth, there are things that we have to be willing, and there are things that we have to really reject. There are things that your will is very, very strong there. So, and I said it comes also with the decision. There are things that you have to teach yourself or commit yourself to do. The decisions that you take and you commit to that, it's not going to be easy at the beginning, because if you're building a new character or you're building something new, all things will start they will try to come and haunt you or pull you back, but you have to, be very diligent in choosing what you want to choose, what you want to go flow with. That goodness that we agree with, it has to be a personal choice every day. Even if things are not good, you have to make a personal choice to say, I'm exacting my will, I'm exacting myself, my mind, everything. I am agreeing with good. I don't care what's happening. The world could be crumbling, everything could be falling apart. I am not agreeing with negativity. I'm agreeing with good. So it's a personal choice that you have to make all the time until it becomes a part of yourself, and you become synced with it, and it becomes natural part of who you are, right, of your being. And so today I'm going to speak specifically. I'm not going to talk long because I know Brother Michael is here, right? So I'm going to talk about your speech. It's part of what also you cultivate peace with, right? So your words, choosing your words wisely. Even if in anger, when you're angry, I choose my words wisely. I'm trying to be diligent, 100% of what I choose, even if things are whatever, things are not going as I want them to go. But I'm selective with my words. I never say, oh, it's not happening. I always say that, I always form my speech in the realm of possibilities. I always speak possibility. I always speak possibility. Even if something is whatever, I always speak positive over it. I speak possibilities, not the negative. I don't speak negativity. I try by all means to be diligent, because this is a decision that I made, that I want to agree with good. I want to dwell in the realm of possibility, the realm of miracles, the realm of I want to, our CEO always says that, for him, it's not about the sky's the limit. It's beyond the sky's the limit. So he chooses, it was like we are above everything else. And he was very diligent and particular about how he spoke about ONPASSIVE from the beginning. He was very particular. There are things that he would say, and he was very, very intentional about how he speaks. And so we also have to be very intentional of what we say in our lives, and with our choices, with what we choose to agree with and what we choose to allow to come into our life, because everything is energy. Everything is energy. Life is energy. We are energetical beings, all right? Everything is energy. So whatever that you choose to speak, it's like a vibration. It's something that goes into the atmosphere, and it attracts whatever goes with it. It will attract that and bring it back to you, right? So we have to be very, very particular about what we say. Right? So even my words, what you choose to speak over your life, make it a habit. Wake up in the morning and just say, today I agree with good. Good agrees with me. No matter what happens, even if, situations throughout the day, you're challenged, you meet people that are impossible, you meet different kinds of characters. I always say, for me, I choose love. I choose to see beyond the person. I don't have to sit in their negativity and everything. But when I look at the person, I look through their anger and everything. And I say, you know what, you're a divine being. And I choose not to engage in any, I don't feed into negativity. And it's not easy. It's not easy. But it's a choice that I'm every day making for myself. And when I wake up in the morning, I bless my day. I say something in the lines of, today I see beauty. Today I see good. Today I see wellness. Today I'm in health. Whatever that I want to speak into my day, I speak that so that I can agree with prosperity. Because it's not only about the money that we're getting, guys. It's not about money that you're bringing into life. Whatever, money enhances everything. It brings some other things, but it's part of wellness. It's part of wealth, right? It's part of prosperity. But if we're gonna prosper, we have to prosper mentally, physically, and emotionally, and in every way. In every way, we have to be in that wavelength of prosperity and be in that vibration of prosperity. So all the things that I speak into my life, that I think, things that I speak, things that I watch, things that I hear, have to agree with that. And then, because now I want peace, I have to choose peace. Even in situations that are impossible, where you feel like, oh my God, right now I want violence. Because there are moments where you're like, I don't want peace. But I try that 80% of my choices support peace, right? Because some days will try you. But, if I agreed with myself in the morning and agreed with good, then I have to be diligent and be continuously in that wavelength of good, in that wavelength of light. I have to stay there, right? So, and then with peace as well, guys, we have to create peaceful surroundings around us. We have to create peaceful environment around us. This is what I want to say. We want to create a peaceful environment around us. There's sometimes, I said to my friend the other day, we had something that we needed to submit, a project that we needed to do, and everybody was stressed, especially when we travel towards the festive season. There's a lot happening. And in those moments, you can actually lose your peace, and you find yourself, you're not sleeping enough. You were just going through things. And you want to be peace. And I tell my colleagues all the time, I take 5 minutes every time when they come to the dressing room or something. I'm just sitting at my corner taking 5 minutes to breathe. I'm like, I am going to center myself. I'm going to breathe. If things are falling apart, being helter-skelter and running around with things that are falling apart is not going to make it better. So if I'm in the state of peace, even if it's falling apart, I accept myself better, or I'm present in a better way to be able to solve the situation, rather than when I'm just all over the place and just agreeing with the chaos that is happening around me. So most of the time, I just choose a corner and I breathe. I sit, but I'm like, I'm going to create a very peaceful environment around me at this moment. I'm just going to breathe. There's chaos, but I'm sitting here and I'm breathing and I'm just looking into myself. I'm just calm. And then immediately when I come off that and I'm creating as people, you will see that some people will start coming around, or they will start, acting a different way, because I'm calm. I'm calm. Even if things are falling apart, I'm like, okay, so if this doesn't work, what is the other option? But if I choose to approach the situation in a very calm way or peaceful way, then some certain things that then falling into that same vibrational, same wavelength as me. It's not everything that will agree, because some things, like I said, will taste you. But the main thing is that I am in peace. I am cultivating that. I'm bringing that atmosphere of peace around me, and it's also starts with me from my inside out, right? So I'm just going to challenge you to find those things that bring you peace, that things that calms you down. When you're thinking all the negativity, everything else is coming at you. I told you that you have to watch all the gates, right? If anything is just coming, just sit in the corner. Sometimes you just sit in the middle of everything and just calm down and cultivate that atmosphere of peace around you, and just see if things won't agree. You will see that certain things will give way. Some things will have to give, right? When you now start approaching things in a peaceful way, and your environment now becomes the environment of peace, right? And you will start seeing that now when your vibration changes, everything else changes. Everything else changes. What you start attracting, it becomes different, right? So the way you appear in the world, and the way you exert yourself, or the way that you present yourself or represent yourself, certain things will start shifting. Even your perspective will start shifting about certain things. You won't just be that person that is in constant chaos or in constant health. You will see that you will start coming down in a certain way. You will start seeing that now your environment will change and your attraction will be different, right? And then that prosperity and that wavelength of, or the vibration of prosperity and wellness and goodness that we want to bring into the universe, to bring into the world, when we bring ourselves, we'll be that presence of wealth. We'll bring the presence of wealth, of abundance, of health, of goodness, and that's how we will be presenting ourselves to the world. And so can you imagine if one of us is like that, and 10 of us is like that, and 20 of us is like that, how we will be changing environments, just being in a place, just going to some place and being there. There will be a difference. Before you even speak, before you start giving, before you start doing anything, the fact that you are there, that aura, or that your what you will be bringing out. You will be bringing life to situations. You will be bringing peace to situations. You will be bringing calmness to situations. People will feel like, oh my God, what is it about this person? I just want to be around them. There's this, when they come close to you, it will be wholeness. So the moment that we give, our giving won't be just giving. It will be something bigger than giving, right? Even projects that we want to do, they will be larger than life, because we are the carriers of that environment. We are that thing that we bring in, that abundance, that prosperity. We are the prosperity ourselves, and we change atmospheres. When we get to places, we change atmospheres. So that's why it's important. It's important that our CEO said, when we are in the same energy, we can do so much, because if that energy is charged and we are 1 million people, 2 million people who are in the same spirit, in the same mindset, we are all coming. There are so many things that will start shifting, because when you bring light, darkness has to be dispelled. So we will be that light that will just dispel the darkness that is happening right now. So that's it, guys. So the peace that I'm talking about, I will continue about peace, and next week also I'll start talking about love, divine love, and other things that just flow together with prosperity and wellness and wealth, and that divine or just divine good, everything that is good, or the highest good of everything that we want to be, or that we are already, and working towards to become those magnificent beings that we want to be, right? So we will talk about that again next week. And yeah, I'm happy to be here. And in case somebody didn't tell you today, I love you. You are loved, 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 loved. And thank you so much for this opportunity. Thank you.
Oh, wow. Wow, wow, wow. Queen Sister Lerato. Oh my goodness. I am so blessed. I don't know about you, but I am so blessed to be a part of the dream team and more especially to know you, Sister Lerato. Thank you very much. That was a lot that you said. But usually when you say so much like that, I try to catch one thing that I want to hold on to for the week. And, in all the many things that you said, the one thing that I held on to was that, peace and prosperity go hand in hand. And peace is also influenced by many other things, one of them being your thoughts, keeping your mind positively, thinking positively always. Everything good, everything pure, everything positive, everything excellent, you know, that's what you think about. And once you have those thoughts, you have peace in you, it contributes peace in you. And I'm going to hold on to that. That is what I will be holding on to this week. Thinking positively always. Negative thoughts out of my mind. So I'm sure people picked up different things that, apply to them. That is what I picked up. There was a lot. Thank God that we have this recorded so you can go back and listen and maybe remind yourself of some of the things that she said and that which you want to implement for this week while we wait to hear next week. All right. With that said, we have somebody special with us this afternoon. It is someone that does not need an introduction, someone that we know fully well, and we always look forward to having him in our midst. Happy New Year, Brother Michael, and we are glad to have you in our midst today. So, over to you, Brother Michael.
Sorry. Oh. I gotta keep multitasking, unfortunately, but
That's okay. Happy
hopefully
New
that's
Year. We're glad to have you this afternoon.
yeah. I'm certainly glad to be here with you all. It seems like forever. Like I can't remember the last time that I was with you all. So
Since last year.
last year. That is facts. That's factual. So yeah, but yeah, it's certainly great to be here. Look forward to spending the day with you guys, and we'll see how we get on. Am I supposed to keep going or?
Yes, sir. Happy New
Yeah, yes,
Year.
Brother Michael, it's your slot. We really
Oh.
missed it. Let me use Dr. Derek. We missed you so much. We're so excited to have you today. You see, the house is full. Everybody's with all that's happening. We can't wait to hear from you. So this is your cue to let us know what we can do. We're really glad you are with us today.
Okay. All right. Well, if you're glad, then I guess I'm glad. So that's a good thing, right? I trust that everyone is doing well. I trust everyone is excited. We keep getting closer and closer, to enjoying the fruits, so to speak, of all the labor that has gone into this company ONPASSIVE. We continue to get better and better. And as we always say, only good news in ONPASSIVE. So I trust everyone is excited about all the good news that have come our way in recent times, and I'm sure there's a lot more news to come. So that's excellent. So today, I guess the topic here is how to run your business using the OES. I would think by now that everyone kind of understands all of that. We know that with our ONPASSIVE business, what the company has provided is a complete digital, artificial intelligence driven solution, right? So it has all the latest AI tech involved in it. So it's going to help any business in any particular sector, industry. Certainly if you want to have an internet presence, ONPASSIVE is the place to be for all those businesses, right? So I guess we'll touch on briefly of some of the things that one should be looking for as to how to conduct their business, and then kind of see how ONPASSIVE fits into all of that with your ecosystem. So not just your ONPASSIVE business, but any business, because there are a lot of folks, even right now, who have gotten involved in ONPASSIVE because they're looking for ways and means to build their existing business, okay? Some people have multiple businesses and they want to build all of them, okay? And so our OES is certainly going to help with that. So we'll take a look at that. So if I'm going to start a business, the first thing I want to do is to kind of put a plan together, right? I kind of want to lay out the path. What is it that I want to do? What am I trying to accomplish? Yeah, ultimately, people want to make money, but how do you go about doing that? You have to have something proper, right, in order for it to stand the test of time. Otherwise, you'll quickly just fail, right? And we know that most businesses fail in the first 3 to 5 years. So that's not a long time, right? ONPASSIVE has been building since 2018, and so we know that we've passed that 5-year threshold, which usually is a good sign, folks, right? For majority of companies that go beyond that, they're usually going to be here for a long time. It doesn't mean that a company can't fail down the road, because we've seen companies that have gone bankrupt after being in business for 20 years. Okay, but there's reasons for that, right? Some of them choose to hold on to old values. Some of them refuse to change, refuse to adapt to change in market, change in consumer behavior, etc. But if a company continues to stay relevant, stay up to date with the latest trends and all of that, and continue to provide value to the marketplace, then those are the companies that we know that have been around for 50 plus years. Okay, and ONPASSIVE as a whole will be in that category, right? ONPASSIVE will be a company that will be here for generations to come. So that's good news for us who are involved with the company, right? So we know it's important to have a plan, right? If you don't have a plan, you're just increasing your chance of failing, right? You have to know where you're going, right? Otherwise, you probably end up in the wrong place, right? If I leave up my home and I'm just walking and walking and walking, and I don't have a destination, then how do I know that I arrive? I didn't have a destination, right? I didn't decide I'm going to this store or that store, or going to this friend's home or that family. You know what I mean? I have to have some sort of plan in place in everything that I do, right? It only makes sense. I encourage my children, them, when they're with their schoolwork, that they have a plan. Okay, I have got this task to do. I have this project that is due, right? And so they sit down and they formulate a plan, and so they know how they're going to complete that task. So there's various steps that goes into that. So it's very, very important to have a plan. All right. We know that it's important to be organized, right? It's important to have records. So record keeping, right? So a business that is a going concern, they have to maintain records, right? Whether it be their books, their cash flow, supply, they have to keep a track of all of those things, right? So that's important. And so we know companies go out and they hire people to do that, or they utilize software to help them in those situations, right? And then we get to customers. Now, this is the crucial piece of that process is customers, because ultimately, if you don't have customers, once again, you will fail. Okay, you can have the best technology, you can have the best product, right? All of that, but it doesn't mean anything if no one's willing to buy it. Okay, so you certainly have to have customers, and you need to know, their needs. Right? Okay, what is it that these people want? Because if you can't supply their needs, then again, you're going to fail, right? You have to know their habits. This is where companies spend millions of dollars studying consumer behavior. They have a new product they want to come out, and so they want to test it. But they need a pool of people. They need a sample of people to test that, right? And so from that sample, let's say 1,000 people as an example, it'll give them an idea of how the market will receive that particular product or not. And a lot of products are shelved before they even come to the marketplace, because if it doesn't make sense, then why bring it out? Okay. So companies spend a lot of money on that, right? Obviously, research and development. There's a ton load of money that goes into that department, and companies have to be flexible, right? You have to be flexible, and so we see that it's important that things may change along the way. But if you're so rigid, right, so fixed in what you're doing, then again, that could aid in you failing, because you're not flexible. You're not willing to adjust whatever it is that you set out to do. Adjust your plan. Sometimes you have to adjust your plan. Sometimes you think you have a 3-year plan, and that plan has to be adjusted to accommodate COVID, right? Who would have thought COVID would pop up? Okay, it's not something that was foreseen by individuals and businesses. So now you have to account for that. Okay, so you have to be able to be flexible. You have to be able to adjust, and you certainly want to be creative in all that you're doing, because just doing the same old is not going to get you anywhere, right? So you have to be creative. You have to come up with new ways, new ideas, new design. You can have the same product, and just by redesigning even the package itself, right, could be the difference in millions of dollars more coming in, as opposed to being stagnant, as opposed to staying the same with what you're doing, right? So you certainly want to make sure that's within your plan as well. Okay, and customer service. Okay, another big part. The other day I had an issue with an airline. Okay, I traveled, and I wasn't too happy with them, so I sent a nice long message into their customer service department, and long and short of it, they're able to compensate me as a result. Okay, because they want to keep their company, their customers happy. Okay, I had a valid complaint, and it was taken care of by the customer service department. So when you're looking at your business, okay, how would you handle your customers, right? Do you have a means? Do you have a mechanism? Is there a way? Is there a process that you'll go about solving issues that may arise from your customers? If you don't keep your customers happy, you're not going to have them very long, right? And if you don't have customers, there goes your business, right? In building out your business, you have to hire the right people, right? Unless you have a one-person business, right? And if that be the case, then it's a very small business, right? But if on a larger scale, you certainly have to hire people around you. And even on an individual, you need to have a good accountant, a good tax specialist. You need to have a good lawyer, and so on, right? On a bigger scale, you need groups of people, okay? So hiring the right people certainly is important, and you want to be able to streamline that process, right? You want things to be able to run smoothly. You don't want things to be redundant. You don't want departments that's overlapping, doing the same work, okay? That's wasting money, right? So all these things have to come into play when we're talking about a business. But when we bring that all back now into our ecosystem, right, what do we understand? We understand that our ecosystem is a one-stop shop. First and foremost, right? One-stop shop. That alone is going to save companies, save businesses, save individuals time and money. Okay, that alone. Just the fact that you just have a single sign-on, right, with your ecosystem, right, so that you only need to go to one place to find everything that you need to run your business, okay, that is a tremendous value that is being offered, right? I mean, ONPASSIVE could have stopped right there. Just, you know what? That's all we want to do is just make sure everything's under one umbrella and we're good, okay? But obviously we know it's much more than that. But it starts with that though, right? It starts with a single place to find every tool, products that you will need to build your business. So whether that's your ONPASSIVE business, whether that's your, real estate business, whatever the business is that you're doing. Maybe you're in, I don't know, Amway or something, like whatever the business is, folks, okay? Whether it's an affiliate business, whether it's a direct sales business, it doesn't matter what it is, to have that single sign-on is a huge, huge benefit, because you have, for example, I use myself, right, whereby, I go to this company here to get their products to do this particular activity. I go to another company, right, because I need that to complement this other product over here. And then I go to another company, you understand? So I have multiple companies that I pay subscriptions to, because I need all their service to put everything together. In order for my business to run smoothly, I need all these different services from a variety of companies. So that's a lot of logging in, right? It's a lot of usernames and passwords and all these things that I have to keep track of, right? As opposed to everything being under one roof, one place. That is going to save me a lot of time, okay? And time is money, as they say, and that is very, very true, okay? And then the fact that if I can have all these things in one place, and I'm getting from the same supplier, so to speak, then that will minimize my cost, right? So as a business person, if someone or a company can provide me or provide enough value so that I'm saving time and I'm saving money, well, you certainly got my attention, right? And that's what ONPASSIVE is going to do. It's going to get the attention of a lot of individual small business owners, medium-sized businesses, and even large enterprises. It's going to get their attention when they say, hey, it's one-stop shop. Everything that you need to run your business, it's all under one roof. That alone is going to get a lot of people's attention. And that's what you want. You want real eyeballs looking on what you have to offer, right? So that's very, very important, folks. So if we understand our ecosystem and how it's set up, how it's designed, we can start to see how it's going to benefit not just us as early bird adopters, not just us, but all the millions of people out there who do have their own small business, right? All the individuals out there who are trying to sell something, right? Offer a service to the public. It's going to benefit them. And so if they can see the benefit, that means they become customers. And if they become customers, they're going to end up with one of you. Okay, it's going to end up with somewhere within the network of ONPASSIVE with that 1.4 million base, right? So that's all those things are important, folks, right? Very, very important. Okay, and then when we start to look now at the individual products, then, right? When we start to see that, okay, if I want to have a business, I need to be able to have a presence on the internet. In order to have a presence on the internet, what do I need? I need to have a domain name. Okay, I need to be able to create a website, content on that website. So here comes O domain. Here comes O create, right? We need to be able to have that set up so that when people know where to find me, they also know what I'm offering. Okay, so that is very, very important. And the fact that we have, we've been accredited with ICANN. That is huge, folks, to be able to offer that service. There are a lot of people out there that go and they buy a domain name and then they don't know what to do with it. Okay, it's not a one-stop shop, right? So they buy the domain name and it's like, okay, but do you offer a forwarding service? Meaning maybe they have an existing domain and they want to be able to forward it to this new domain that they just purchased, right? Do you have something like an O create? Do you have a way for me to be able to use within your system to create, the content for my website? Okay, so ONPASSIVE is able to provide that, able to host the domain name. Okay, so buying the domain is one thing, but you also need hosting. Okay, and all that comes under the ONPASSIVE O domain, umbrella, which is within your ecosystem, right? So when we're looking at the products then that are there, even right now with OMail, ONet, OTrim, okay, people are getting a lot. Add OConnect to that list. Okay, OTracker's coming out soon. That is a huge one within our ecosystem that we need from a business standpoint, because you want to be able to have targeted traffic. You want to be able to know where your visitors are coming from. You kind of want to be able to get some information, some data. Okay, OTracker is fed with data. It's fed with information. That will help you identify your best set of customers. Okay, so again, not just for ONPASSIVE, okay, but from any business, right? If I'm, again, using real estate, okay, and I'm trying to, sell properties, for example, okay, location is important. So I need to know, okay, well, where are these customers? Where are they located? Okay, any business that is not local, okay, then you have a wider scope, right? You have a wider reach. But if you have a local business, then ideally you want to be able to find customers that are local to you, right? Because if you have a local business, are you going to try and ship your product to Japan, as an example? Chances are you're not going to, because you're just operating locally, okay? So ideally you want to have local customers then. And so by having targeted traffic, which is another product to become in, by having that, that's going to help you out within your business. So again, something that you need to run your business, and where is it located? In your ecosystem. Where will ODomain be? In your ecosystem. Where will OCreate be? In your ecosystem, right? KYC, okay, being able to verify, right, your customers then. We're living in a world where things are changing fast, okay? I'm sure you're all aware of what Gmail and Yahoo and some of the other email providers are doing now. It's going to become more and more difficult to get your email through, okay, those providers, okay, as they're trying to streamline and minimize the amount of spamming and stuff like that, okay? So it's going to be important to be able to verify, knowing that you have real customers as opposed to some bot that's clicking on your link or whatever, okay? So again, having something like OTracker is going to help. Having OVerify is going to help, and even OTrim will help. OTrim is not just a URL shortener, okay? But you can also come by being able to give you some data information as far as the person that's looking at your offer, okay? Once they click on your OTrim, if you set it up, correctly, right? So the point is that everything's there all under one roof, and that is going to help your business. Again, do what? Save time, save money. Okay, it's going to be able to help you, enhance, expand your reach, right? Because being digitalized, being on the internet, now you have access to what? Not just Canada, not just America, but the entire globe, right? ONPASSIVE works with over 200 countries, so then that puts your business in over 200 countries. Okay, you have a marketplace. The marketplace will have all your products, but then you will also be able to display your own products or services through there as well. Okay, so everything that is needed to run your business is going to be there. If you want to do bulk sending, so you want to be able to send out email communication to a lot of people, okay, that tool will be in your ecosystem, so you'll be able to do that. Okay, again, on a cost-effective basis. Always focus on providing value, saving people time, saving people money. Okay, that is key when it comes to business, because if you know what your expenses are, and if you can minimize them, just by minimizing your expenses, what is that going to do? That is going to increase your profit. Okay, if you have so much revenue coming in and you have so much expenses coming in, well, if I decrease the revenue, if I decrease the expenses, okay, so meaning minimize my costs, then what's left over, when I take the revenue and I subtract the expenses from it, what's left over, okay? So that's the number that we want to increase. So either I increase my revenue and keep my expenses the same, or my revenue stays the same and I minimize my expenses or my cost, okay? And then the income that's coming in, the profit margins are going to be a lot greater, right? So it's always important to save time and save money, right? So our ecosystem is providing so much. Wallet, right? A company needs to have a way, have a merchant, have a way to collect money, okay? Will you be able to collect payments through your wallet, right? Again, right now, what we're looking at is just how it's collecting money from ONPASSIVE product sale. But think of that wallet being used for your business, okay? Not your ONPASSIVE business, but for any other business you may have, okay? So that goes for if someone is looking at ONPASSIVE, they have an existing business and they're looking at ONPASSIVE and it's like, okay, so everything's gonna be under one roof. I see how I can be able to get targeted traffic for my business. I see how I can set up my business on the internet, so I have an internet presence. So that means my business is now live and can run 24 hours a day, 7 days a week without my intervention, okay? And I have a way to collect money when I make a sale, from my customers, them, or wallet, that's what it's there for, okay? That's all good, folks, right? That's all good. These are things that, companies, whether it be small businesses, medium-sized, large businesses, that's what they're looking for. Individuals that have, a little ma-pa business, same thing. Okay, all businesses are looking for the same thing, just different scale. Okay, some is larger than others, but at the end of the day, right, they're still looking for the same things, right? Because what are we trying to secure? We're trying to drive as much revenue up as possible from a business standpoint, okay? So that, and at the same time, keep our expenses down, so that what we take home, what we put in our pocket, what we're going to use to pay our bills, what we're going to use to fund our project, what we're going to use to do all this goodwill, we want that number to be big, okay? So all these things are going to be important as we move forward. And the list goes on and on. I'm not going to go through all the various products then, folks, but all the products that's going to be inside our ecosystem are designed to, basically help solve or improve something that's out there in the marketplace, right? So whether that's old staff, whether it's old academy, whether it's old connect, right? It's going to help. People need to communicate, and you want to communicate globally. So a company can use old connect to have their, webinars, okay? So people can stay wherever they are. They don't need necessarily to come into the office, but they can stay where they are, and we can come together on old connect, and we can discuss whatever relevant information that we need to talk about for our business, okay? So we can communicate with our staff, we can communicate with other businesses that we want to collaborate with, right? We can communicate with our employees. That's how business is going to be done going forward. And then by having, artificial intelligence in there, it's going to feed data inside so that we can make better decisions. As a business person, you want to be able to make smarter decisions in what you're doing, right? So the ecosystem is very, very powerful, folks. Nobody else out there have what we have. They don't, okay? They really don't. And so when people start to understand the full capacity of what the ecosystem can do, that's why our CEO talks about, reinventing the internet, right? Being the new internet, right? It's to be able to come online and not have to go all over the place. From my social media, ONET, right? Be able to have everything that I need there, and it's all products and tools that I can trust, because trust is a huge factor, especially in today's internet climate, right? These are all tools that you'll be able to trust because it's coming from the same entity, right? It's powered by ONPASSIVE. That's important, because sometimes you go and you get a product from a particular company, and next thing you know, right? There's some stuff that comes with it that you weren't even, you didn't think was going to come, right? Which is not a good thing, okay? But the bottom line is, not all companies are trustworthy, right? You go out there and you buy traffic from a company because you want to expose your business even more, and you don't know what kind of traffic you're getting, or if you even getting real traffic, right? But when you have one company that's doing all of this, one-stop shop, okay, they can't afford to make sure what they're putting out there is not up to par. Can't. because one product will kill everything else. Well, if this product is bad, oh, how can I trust the other ones then, right? So that's what a company takes its time on passive, that is, takes its time to put a lot of care, right? A lot of thought, a lot of love into what it's doing, because they're all interconnected. Okay, all of the products, all of the services, all of the tools, they're all interconnected within our ecosystem, right? So just think of that as that's your gateway to success. That's what ONPASSIVE ecosystem is. It is your gateway to success. And so we will certainly use it, right? We as in all of us, okay? The 1+ million, we will use it, and customers upon customers will come and they will use it. And that's the most important part. It's not just us, right? What has been provided to us, we'll be able to use it and be able to generate income from multiple businesses. But the millions and hundreds of millions of customers that will come to buy these products, okay, that's within our ecosystem, folks, right? As I mentioned multiple times before, it's a license to print money. Okay, that's really what has been put into our hands, right? But you have to know how to use it. The good news is that, you know, the company's automated in the process. We just have to wait for all that to be finalized. But they're automated in the process. And as soon as someone comes into the ecosystem, guess what? They're going to be privy, right, to whatever new products that's coming down the pipeline. You don't have to go back to that customer and say, hey, oh, by the way, okay, here's our new product. They have it. Okay, it's going to be right there for them. Just log into their ecosystem and they'll see for themselves. Okay, they will know as soon as it comes out because it will be in their ecosystem. So a person could come in as a customer and have that free account, and maybe a year later before they actually buy something, because they're looking and they don't see anything they want to buy. Okay, but eventually they will see something that they want to buy. So that's why we will have customers for life, and that's a good thing, right? Doing the work once, and then that customer is there purchasing every step of the way, as long as they see something that they're in need. And then you have those who are looking for a way out. You have those that are, you know, trying to make a living. Those who are trying to, you know, generate additional income. You have those individuals as well that will come into our ecosystem, because they will come in and they'll look and they see and say, wow, okay, this is good. Oh, yes, I want to be an affiliate. Okay. And so they will choose to be an affiliate because it's a choice. They don't have to be. It's not mandatory. Okay. They can come and just be a customer and they're happy and they're good and they're using the products and tools for their own personal use. So whether it be engaged in another business or whether they just want to use some of the tools just in their personal day-to-day life. Okay. But then you're going to have some of those customers that do come and they will see the potential. The same way when the company, you know, is engaging in different partnerships and so on, and these entities are looking at ONPASSIVE, man, do you want to sell that to us? Right? We're willing to buy what you have right now, right? And I'm sure it's not no, you know, small penny that they're talking about for what this business is worth in its present state, not to mention what it's going to be worth down the road. Okay. So it's the same way that individuals will come and they'll look, right? We have folks in right now, they came and just the little information that they got, they realized that, wow, this thing could be huge, right? So I definitely want to be a part of it. And let's see how I can maximize the income potential that's going to be made available to us, okay? So just the fact that a person can come and have the entire sales process automated for them, okay? That is massive, folks. So many people are looking for that. So many people are trying so many different ways and means, you know, to be able to sell 24/7, you know, and they're failing because they just don't know how to do it, right? It's not their fault. If you don't know how to do something, how is it your fault? Okay. And a lot of people are not willing to teach you how to do it. And some people can't learn how to do it. Okay. So even though someone tried to teach you, it doesn't mean that you'll learn it. Okay. But the good news in ONPASSIVE, we don't need to worry about that. Okay. The company's doing all the heavy lifting for us, as you all know. Right. But yes, our ecosystem will benefit you as an individual. It will benefit you as a business owner. Right. It will benefit small businesses, large businesses, you know, based upon all that I've said, which in a nutshell, one-stop, single sign-on, everything that you need to run any type of business can be done within your ecosystem. You'll be able to keep track of sales. Okay, you'll be able to see, just like how you right now click on the users and you can see, okay, this user has got an O tracker, this user has got an O Connect, and so on. You'll be able to see all that. You'll be able to see, okay, this is the customer or user that you're generating the most revenue from. All these things are there. All we have to do is just go in and click, 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 and figure out what, okay, what is this for? What, click on my order, what is that? If I click on my subscription, what is that? Right? Click on my wallet, click on revenue, click on all these tabs and see what they do, because they're all relevant. They're not just there just to make the OES look pretty. Okay. They're all there for a reason and a valid reason, right? And all of it will, be there to assist us for us to generate sales, assist us in getting customers, assist us in putting profit in our pockets, because that's what this business is designed for. We've always talked about how ONPASSIVE wants to uplift humanity. We've always talked about, how it can help generate wealth. Well, generating wealth is not a couple $100s a month. That's not generating wealth. Okay. So all of us have to understand that we're still at the beginning phase, right? We're still although we're rolling out certain things now, it's still the beginning, at the very beginning. Okay. Where will we be and what will it be like a year from now, 2 years from now, 5 years from now, 10 years from now? Think about that, right? We've said it many times that this company, have the capability, have the potential, right, to create more millionaires than any other business before it, right? Why? Because of the model, right? Because all of this is not coming from a revenue standpoint, but coming from the love for humanity. How can I help, right? How can I uplift someone? What can I do to make your life better? How can I make things, much easier for you financially, right? So that you're not burdened, you're not stressed, you're not filled with anxiety, okay? But the company wants you to be calm. They want you to be relaxed. They want you to have peace. They want you to have joy, right? All these things, right? Want you to be caring, right? So that you'll be able to now help someone else, okay? You got help from this company. Now, how can you help someone else? And there's many ways to do that. Okay, there's many ways to do that. All right. So the point is, we have something that is phenomenal, right? Something that is phenomenal that's never been done before. And this company is ensuring that you have all the success that you're looking for, because all the success that you're looking for can be found in ONPASSIVE. Thank you so much. I hope that helps. There's a lot more obviously that we can talk about, but I don't want to make this too long. So I think that should suffice. Back to you, Dr. Patience, or someone else.
Wow, wow, wow. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I was taking notes, and I don't know. Thank God that we have this recorded, so because I don't think I could write that fast. But thank you very much. That was very, very, very excellent. The points where, sometimes we look at these things and really I don't think we understand, especially if you're a nurse and not a business person. You don't understand very well. So we really appreciate you. I told you guys, I said, well, we have someone that is going to bring us a lot today. And I'm sure you all benefited. Okay, and I'm sure that a lot of people have questions. They need some clarifications. But we're going to give a time for that, because I know we have Brother Michael for most of the afternoon. So we're going to move on. And I'm going to see if my co-moderator, Sister Debbie, if she is in the house to take over. Queen Debbie, are you in the house?
Yes, Sister Irene, thank you. Thank you very much. And thank you once more, Brother Michael. People, you got your questions ready, because we're going to listen to the updates, and then we'll come back to questions and discussions with Brother Michael Williams. But in the meantime, we're calling on our updates team to do what you do best. Are you in the house? I know I did see Sister Kanla is here and the rest. Please, Sister Kanla, over to you. Thank you very much.
Yes, I am here. Thank you so much, Queen Sister Debbie. Appreciate you for all you do. Our moderator, Sister Irene, we also thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you, brand ambassadors, for being with us once more this Sunday. The Dream Team. We are going to do the updates. Our king and brother, Dr. Derek, is not going to join us for this afternoon, but we are here and we are going to do the updates with you. And for that, I want to take this moment to appreciate him, to say thank you, Dr. Derek. Even when you are away from the meeting, you still, behind the scene, do everything so that we are able to get our updates, our phenomenal updates. For that, we appreciate you. We love you and we thank you. I will call on our sister with whom I'm going to do the update, Sister Miriam, as well, to introduce herself. I am Kanla from Delaware. But before she comes on, I want to say thank you to our guest of honor today, our brother Michael Williams. That was wonderful, spectacular presentation. I have taken notes and I will be having my own questions as we go to the Q&A. So thank you so much. Thank you to our Queen Lorato for the wonderful mindset, for reminding us that speech, in the spirit of speech, we also need to take that to heart, because through that and the spirit of peace and others that you listed, we together are able to have the peace that we need, the mindset that we need to be able to attract goodness, wellness, love, everything in our lives. And that mindset is what we need in our business on Passive. So thank you once more. Over to you, my sister, Miriam.
Good evening, good afternoon, good morning to everyone on this platform. I, I, it is such an honor to be sitting enjoying a wonderful balanced meal with everyone on this platform, starting from the mindset. Now it's the holistic picture of how to start and continue a business with our able Michael Williams aim. This is the place to be, and not only listening but applying what we have heard so we can be better business owners, better citizens, better humanitarian, because this is an entire holistic picture. And we are here to do the updates. So over to you, Queen Kamala. You'll start and I'll follow.
All right. Thank you. Dr. P, do I have the access to share my screen?
Yeah, you can. Yeah, you do.
Okay. All right. I will be putting up my screen in a few minutes so we can begin. All right, it is coming. Let's give it a few minutes. Okay. All right, let me know if you can see my screen.
Yes, we
Yes.
can.
Okay. All right. Thank you all. And this is the Dream Team updates. Today, Sunday, the 28th of January, 2024. All right. Mr. Mufara, our updates as of January the 24th, 2024, on the platform 360. He said, O Connect is finalized and migration process will start tomorrow. It will be a game changer. And we are also finalizing some new AI components. We have created a clean, ethical market that will give all individuals and companies a fair chance.
OES is done, and we will have a rollout process of new products. Some that you know and some that you have not yet been introduced to.
Yes.
O Domain, our independent and exclusive domain registrar, is done and will be included in the rollout process to start very soon.
Yes, that is so exciting.
Ooh.
Our own data center is very unique. We all have heard what our guest of honor, Michael Williams, explained to us again, reinforcing this uniqueness. And here comes the data center. It is unique. And the majority of it is complete. We appreciate all the hard work of the people involved over the last several years, and we look forward to the final phase. Payment processors. Two of the payment merchants kept the money. Maybe I should repeat that, Queen Miriam.
Yes.
Because a lot of questions keep coming up. Why are we not making progress? Why is this not happening? Our CEO says this and it's not happening. Two of the merchants kept money. They were related and they made false accusations. And there is a legal process on the way to recover the funds that the two merchants kept. It is a big money battle, but guess what? ONPASSIVE, as usual, we will win.
Yes.
Woo!
We are ethical company. They are unethical. We have hired over 2,000 employees. Some have left, but we appreciate the many people who are ethical and have good character and understand the vision of ONPASSIVE.
Yes,
We are
absolutely.
more stable corporately and we are booming better than ever before. Bank and crypto options for payment of commissions will start next week. Yoo-hoo!
Yes. We thought that we would pay $10 million in January, and we should be able to start that process next week. $38 million in bonuses and commissions are available
as of today to pay 37,000 withdrawal requests have been made, and they range from $20 up to $25,000. Isn't that amazing?
That called for a drum roll. We look forward to have millions of payment earners in the coming years. We are making a positive impact financially all over the world. If you only understand 1% of the potential of this company, you are in a great place.
Absolutely. And now, the meeting on January the 26th, 2024. Our CEO says, as of Monday, January the 29th, oh my, that is tomorrow. Tomorrow on Perseverance, we are all set to start making our bulk payouts from the pending withdrawal request, and we will make a small bulk batch and then increase it gradually till we are all paid out.
Ooh. Many of you have had access to O Connect since April, and as of Wednesday, January 31st, we will stop accepting payments for the first release of O Connect, and a few days after, crypto will end.
Yes.
A few days later, the new release of O Connect will commence, and it will be called the commercial release of O Connect, and it will be at a new price.
Yes. Hooray! Yes, we did.
Exciting.
And a few days after, we will announce the release of the next products in the lineup. And so we are ready, set, and go.
Mode.
We all need to buckle up because it is only in ONPASSIVE, and this is how we do it.
This is how we do it.
All right, this is how we do it. And
And
why
we
do
are,
we do that?
we are on Passive
Yes. So thank you, Dream Team. Thank you. That is all for our updates.
Thank you, update team. Thank you. And a lot of people say they like the way Dream Team does the update because they put some drama in it, and we like drama. So before we move on to our Q&A, I just want to thank all of our speakers today. I want to thank Sister Lerato for the great mindset, because if we have access to great wealth and we don't have the great mindset, we'll just squander it. We've seen a lot of platforms has told us about people that came across huge sum of money and they squander it within a short time because they didn't have the right mindset. And they did not know that you can use money as a seed. So thank you, Sister Larato, for that mindset. Wow. Brother Michael Williams. I have to go and replay this. I'm not a business person. I've never had any inclination of doing business. I was one of these ones that say, go to school, get your degree, go somebody give you a job, and do your best in that job, and you'll be happy. But all we know what a job means, right? Just over broke. We've learned that you cannot be wealthy or have financial legacy only through a job. And I thank God that ONPASSIVE found me, because this is actually the only business I can do because it's automated for me. And we've heard our brother said it so many times that this is our last bus stop. Thank you. I'll go and listen. I see that I don't have another private business. And I used to ask myself, what business? But now I see that ONPASSIVE too is my business. I can go there, see what products are doing well, see traffic, where to direct traffic. Thank you for that education. We really appreciate you coming. We missed you. I'm going to use Dream Team language. We missed you a lot. So thanks for coming today to spend the afternoon with us. And for the Dream Team and update team, wow. I know I have looked at this. I do the updates, I go to the meetings, but when you people come and put it with drama, it just recite in me. Thank you a lot for all you guys do without wasting time, because a lot of people have a lot of questions and they want to ask our brother. I'm going to ask Mama McCormick, Sister Debbie, if you can just close this section so we can stop the recording, because I want us to have this, the next section, like a side chat, open discussion, without people feel like they're being recorded, because this is really our business. We should really know things are moving fast. We want everybody to be in the train. Over to you, Mama McCormick, if you can close this section, please.
Absolutely. Thank you so much, Sister Dr. Patience. We appreciate that. Before I say the closing, I want to acknowledge all our leaders who have joined us today, that we appreciate you for coming, and we look forward to seeing you again. Sister Julie, thank you for joining us today. And thank you, Engineer Mike. I see that you're in the house. Pastor Paul, all of you, we're honored to have you. And we hope you stay with us for questions and discussions with Brother Michael. But in the meantime, we want to thank all our viewers who are listening to us on the various YouTube channels. We appreciate you joining, and we hope that you'll join us here every Sunday at the same time, and on our sister platforms throughout the rest of the week. And those who will be watching in the future, we thank you for watching. And if you have any questions, you know what to do. For the YouTube viewers, you know who to contact for that. So thank you so much again. And we're going to close the YouTube channel and move on to the next segment of our webinar. We appreciate you.